in a video game, there's a player. So I am a player. I am Keisha. I am in this video game. And everybody got their own names. Everybody got their own codes. Their social security cards is their barcode number. Woo. We started here. We came here. We're avatars in this fucking game that they're playing. They're playing with us. All right? What is the goal of a video game? A goal is to beat the game. Beat the levels and beat the game. But it'd be hard for people to beat the game, right? So what happens during the game? You're going in a journey. But a motherfucker come right here as a distraction. They'll say, oh, this way is the right way, or this way is the wrong way. But everybody partying over this way, so you gonna take your ass over to this way.
If you fuck with me, go out there and be ambitious. Go out there and really get shit done and stop depending on motherfuckers.
I am the star in any room that I stand in. I am the stand.
Oh, now we gotta go.
Hey Rych Babes, welcome back to A Rich Girl's Glow Up. I'm Bella Dyor, your guide to leveling up and stepping into your most powerful, unapologetic self. I want to take a moment to say thank you to all of my loyal subscribers. You all mean the world to me, and if you're new here, what are you waiting for? Hit the subscribe button and join the Rich Girl community, where we get real about glowing up, setting boundaries, and chasing the life of our dreams. Now, today's video is all about mastering the game of life. Life isn't just a journey, it's a game. And knowing the rules is how you win. Throughout this video, you'll hear different voices sharing powerful insights on mindset, strategy, and resilience. Everything you need to level up for the new year. And speaking of the new year, can you believe it's already December tomorrow? We're kicking off two powerful themes this coming month. Number one will be 21 days of Decentering Men December, where we learn how to prioritize ourselves, set boundaries, and take control of our lives. And the last 10 days of December is counting down to our December dreams, where we're focusing on manifesting our deepest desires and setting the tone for an incredible 2025. So let's get ready, because we're about to glow all the way up. Grab your notebook, pour yourself something amazing, okay? And let's dive into these secrets of playing and winning the game of life. I will be back at the end of this video, so enjoy.
Falls out with everybody. It must be her. Yup, bitch, it's me. It's me. It's me to be self-aware. It's me that has to always clock your shit and be like, I don't like that. It's me to have to set boundary. Yeah, so it's gonna be me. I'm gonna always be the one that removes myself from people that's always playing dumb or is too dumb enough to know when they need to stop playing. Period. I don't care.
You ever dealt with somebody and like you really, truly, genuinely, really liked them, really had love for them and would do anything for them, but they just keep showing you time and time again that you should choose yourself? Yeah. Being a good person and an understanding person definitely has its cons. You forgive a person, you be so understanding, and they feel like they can just keep playing with you and playing with you and playing with you. You know what I'm saying? I'm done being an understanding person. I'm done with all that shit. You try me one time and your ass is grass. I'm stopping shit at the door. I'm not waiting until 3-4 times to finally say some shit. No, I'm stopping it at the door. Because one thing about it, you have to respect yourself. Being okay with things that you're not okay with, you're disrespecting yourself. You know what I'm saying? I'm tired of the disrespect. Like, I'm tired of disrespecting myself. Like, I'm just over that. So I'm not sparing nobody no more. Like, your ass will get cut off and I will replace you and I won't have no hard feelings about it because you knew not to play with me and you still play with me anyways. Like, you think I'm somebody to play with. So I'm going to just get you up out my way and we're going to go separate ways, and that's just going to be that.
Looks matter. Sit up straight. Lose that weight. Keep your nails and hair done. Don't treat your 20s like it's going to last forever. You will be 30 one day. Don't do nothing stupid. Leaving the house looking a mess. Put your clothes on, girl. Don't have the baby if he won't marry you. It's no such thing as later. If you can make a baby with me now, then you can actually marry me now. One day when you're older, you're gonna wish that you lived in a moment more. Have fun now. Responsible fun. You don't need to do anything that's gonna be permanent in your life. Have innocent fun now. Stop being loud. Stop always trying to be seen. Be more selective. Create a signature routine for yourself. You don't have to eat all the food that's on your plate if you're full. Take it to go. Make a doggy bag. Stop telling all your business. Become your own dream girl. Take that trip. Yeah, go ahead and throw out that Thanksgiving dinner. I'm going to give you one more day of eating leftovers. We don't want our bag to be big as Texas. Move from your hometown. It really does make a difference. Say it with me. I only get mad about black girl luxury or luxury in general because I actually want it. Let's just go ahead and get that out the way. Go ahead and delete that Uber Eats app. Just delete it out of your phone. It's not doing anything for you. Just let it go. Stop self-sabotaging yourself. Stop talking to that guy who won't propose to you. Leave those old friends alone that's never going to level up, never going to get anywhere.
Energy drainers, get them out of your life. See, ladies and gentlemen, it takes a lot of energy to reach your goal. It takes a lot of emotional, mental, and spiritual energy to reach your goal. And you can run faster with 100 who want to go than with one around your neck. So there are two kinds of relationships. Sid Simon talks about this. Nourishing relationships and toxic relationships. Nourishing relationships are the relationships that inspire you. They motivate you. They bring the best out of you. Toxic relationships are relationships with people that always criticize you. All they can do is find fault. All they can do is just exploit your weaknesses. All they can do is remind you of the mistakes that you've made in the past. These people are bad for your health. Toxic people can run your blood pressure up. One apple can spoil a whole barrel. One negative energy drainer can spoil your whole life.
Word of advice, if you're a giver, know your limits. Because the takers don't have any. It's a cold world. Stay safe and be blessed.
Never apologize for having standards. And the beauty of standards is standards will always expose those who come with an agenda. And your emotional intelligence and biblical standards will always frustrate those who can't run game on you. It will always frustrate manipulators. Then what you have to be careful of is manipulators will try to project on you. They'll start to say things like, you got trust issues. How about, this is not trust issues. This is, I've seen this pattern before, and I refuse to entertain the same pattern of being deceived because I compromised my standards. To have standards is to be aware of your value. To have standards is to be aware that God set your value to priceless. Now, the danger in allowing people to give you value or give you significance is you give them the power to set your price. So you could be more valuable than the whole department store, but you will settle with being on the clearance rack just so that you can get their approval. And it's not a standard if you are not willing to experience loss. If you aren't willing to lose something due to your standard, it's not a standard, it's just a suggestion. Sometimes we have mislabeled victories because if you lost them but found you, you really won. If the relationship failed, but now you have a prayer life, you really won. If you didn't get the position, but that wasn't what God had for you anyway, you really won. Never apologize for having standards.
You gotta learn how to hold your cards. Y'all talk too much and you blow up the spot way too soon. You gotta know how to hold your cards. When you're riding in the car with him and you see that girl come up over his Bluetooth 2-3 times and he don't answer, hold your cards. Don't say a thing, right? When you land next to him and you see his phone keep going off, you're going to be like, hey, babe, I think Brittany's calling you. Checkmate, baby. Don't say a thing. Confuse him. Don't say a thing. It's kind of like playing spades, right? This man didn't count it 4 in the possible, baby. He didn't count it 4 in the possible because he thinking that ace of diamonds is going to walk. But guess what? You have no diamonds. Checkmate, baby. You have no diamonds. So you about to cut right through that. And you're about to confuse the hell out of him. You want to know what he's doing when he think you don't know. When he think you're not watching, right? And then when he know that you kind of know and you don't say anything, you have gained all the emotional power right back. Watch him start skedaddling. Okay? Hold your card, baby, and don't blow up the spot.
Sis, could it be that God called you to your purpose before he called you to be a wife? You were made to be much more than a wife, a girlfriend, and a mother. When God gave the directive of having dominion, be fruitful, and multiply, he wasn't just talking to Adam, he was talking to Eve too. The same way that he gave Adam gifts, he gave Eve gifts, and he's expecting those gifts to be birthed. What does it look like you returning home to God and you haven't even unraveled your gifts? You spent so much time trying to attach yourself to a man and help him unravel his gifts that you don't even open yours. Have you ever given somebody something for Christmas and the next year you return and you find out that they didn't even open the gift and it cost you something to give it to them? That's crazy. Imagine how God feels. And then a lot of y'all are online talking about you want your Boaz, but you don't even want to be Ruth. See, Ruth was in position. A lot of y'all are in the line of fire. You'd rather be in the line of fire than in position. And that is the problem.
No one has ever seen anyone get their shit together. What happened was that person disappeared. You didn't see him or hear from him for a while, and all of a sudden they pop back up and they was looking better, feeling better, and doing better. And you're like, oh shit, you don't hear a tree grow. Damn. The problem is a lot of y'all want to be on the scene. You still want to be seen. You have to remove yourself from them environments. A lot of y'all be making these changes, but these little bitch ass changes. I had to stop hanging where I was hanging. I had to stop talking to who I was talking to. We know the eyes are a gateway to the soul, but the ears is the biggest gateway, because what you hear become part of your thoughts. Your thoughts become part of your mood and your physicality. Then that becomes part of your behavior. And your behavior, the result of that is the life you have now. So you got to control what you're listening to and who you listening to.
There are 3 things that I had to do in order to be ready for the life that I live right now. Number 1, I had to learn how to celebrate me. I had to realize that I didn't need the world to tell me I did a great job. I needed to be able to know that I did a great job. Number 2, I knew that I had to do it whether it was no money in the bank, whether I had all the information. I needed to go. I needed to jump. I needed to leap. The third thing I learned is just show up. A lot of times it's just showing up in the room, and everything will align to make it happen for you. So show up today, celebrate today, and do the things that you know that will get you to the next level.
And the quicker you're able to identify where you went wrong and what role you played in getting yourself in those situations, the quicker you will be able to get out of said situations and not get yourself back in those situations. We do a whole lot of, oh, they did this, they did that. What did you do or not do? Maybe it's what you didn't do. The quicker you do that, the quicker you are set free from those types of situations that don't serve you, that are unhealthy, that are bringing you away from yourself, that are quite literally deteriorating you, picking you to pieces. Figure out what role you're playing. Figure out what you're doing or not doing.
There's a lot of generational curses within our family, and I think my mom wanted to break those so hard for herself. And I think her biggest fear is me going through the same mistakes that she's gone through. And I think sometimes she views me as like a do-over of her own life. But I really just want her to know that because I love her so much, a long time ago, I made a commitment to myself that I would view her as a human being first and then my mom. Because in the same way that I didn't ask to be alive, I'm pretty sure she didn't either. I truly do see her for everything that she is as a human being and all the things that she's gone through. So if I share something with her that's not directly aligning with who she wants me to be, it doesn't mean that I don't love everything that she's done and created for me. It just means that I love her so much for being able to create a world where I can live and express that freely. So if she didn't have to be that strong person for everybody, I think she'd be a little more forgiving of herself. And I feel if she was more forgiving of herself, she'd be a little more forgiving of me. So
what if the key to life is understanding that you are God and God is love, and we are essentially everything that is breathing in this universe? We are all mirrors of one another. This is old knowledge, but I'm going to take it a step further and say that nothing is outside of you. So what I learned is the beauty of self-concept. How I see myself is exactly what's happening in my day at all times. Now, the fake gurus on this fucking app will tell you that you can manifest $1 million tomorrow, and this is about dying, while still alive, giving yourself permission to be reborn into the version of yourself that is thinking on purpose. Now, thinking on purpose is a phrase that I learned from Deanne. I think that's her name. I love her videos. But this isn't about manifesting material possessions or wealth. It's about walking as a version of you that's authentic, a version of you that accepts yourself no matter what, and a version of you that knows that you are creation that chose to come to this 3D to essentially go back to love, but in the physical. In other words, we're meant to experience heaven on earth. And that's the key to life, is understanding that it's your divine birthright to be happy, to have joy, to be safe, and to be comfortable with who you are. So I say all that to say, please come into yourself. Please be authentic. The world is thirsty for it. There's nobody like you. There's something you could do that I can't even fucking fathom. And that's perfect, and that's meant to be shared. The world is literally dying to see you because I'm dying to see you, and I am the world. Good luck.
One thing my dad always told me was, love yourself, Yonkura. Like, your skin is beautiful, and you're born with it. God made you that way. So accept it and understand that beauty is not just your skin. It's inner too. So people are gonna hate you regardless of what you are. And I hold myself proudly, and I walk in the room, always make sure to put my head up high and be there and be in the moment, because I love myself, and I will always remember. I had a strong mother figure, my grandma and everybody in there. They're all dark skinned. And I'm so glad that growing up, I didn't see my mom go for the bleaching cream. All you can really do is say fuck you to all the haters and just love yourself, really.
The foolish woman is loud, argumentative, and disruptive. The Bible speaks about it. It says that the foolish woman is clamorous. I don't know if you know this, but I played an instrument for over a decade. And when I first started playing, all I made was noise. God bless my mom's ears, because I didn't grow in mastery of the instrument yet. So with all of my power and with all of my might, I just blew into the instrument, therefore making noise. The characteristic of a foolish woman is not only disruptive, but also destructive. You know, the Bible says that a wise woman builds her home, but the foolish woman tears it down with her own hands. So how do you cultivate being a wise woman? Well, the Bible speaks of this also. Cultivate a meek and quiet spirit. Now, meek doesn't mean weak. It means strength under control. And quiet does not mean silent. It means peace and tranquility from within. So imagine a woman with power laced with poise. A woman so full of peace that she can never, ever be shaken. That's a feminine woman. And a feminine, godly woman at that.
Okay, let's talk about how to become obsessed with yourself or how to fall in love with yourself. First thing you're gonna do, babe, sit down and write out 50 of the things you've accomplished in your life. Yes, 50. Even if they're small things. Even if it's I got my driver's license. Okay, even if I pass the first 10 or I pass grades 1 through 10. Like, write down at least 50 accomplishments. Spend as much time as you need to with this. Describe yourself from third person. How do you see yourself? How do you know the divine sees you? Describe all the beautiful qualities about yourself. Describe all the reasons why, you're you. Then zero in on your unique essence. What makes you different from everybody else? Is it your background? Is it your personality? Is it the way that you see life? Whatever the case is, what makes you different? Then I always recommend for my clients, start with some higher self work. Sit in meditation with the intention of connecting to your higher self, your Ori, to receive guidance on how to become more and more confident and embody love more. So these are just a few tips.
You'll start attracting better once you realize that you're worthy and that you're enough. You'll start attracting better. Your dating experience will be a lot better once you know that you are worthy and you are enough, that you don't have to go outside of yourself to be accepted by someone else. Once you realize When you look in the mirror, that person that's staring back at you is worthy and is enough. You are worthy and you are enough. That you are beautiful, that you are fearfully made, that you are made in God's image. Listen, do not stay with anybody. Do not try to chase anybody that makes you feel otherwise. That's the red flag itself.
All right, Rych Babes, that's it. The blueprint to winning the game of life. Remember, success comes down to strategy, intention, and resilience. You've got to know when to play, when to pause, and when to switch up your game entirely. As we move into December tomorrow, I couldn't be more excited to share our themes: 21 days to decentering men December and 10 days of December dreams. These are going to be game changers for our community. I want you to commit to prioritizing yourself, dreaming bigger, and taking action towards your goals. You're not just a survivor. You're not just surviving this game. You're dominating it. Thank you so much for hanging out with me today. If this video resonates with you, drop a comment below about which of these strategies you'll be taking into December and beyond. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and share this video with a rich babe who needs some motivation to get her life on track. Until next time, I'm Bella Dyor, and I'll see you in the next one. Remember, keep glowing, keep growing, and always keep playing to win. You got this. Stay rich, Rych Babes.